These were the faces we saw week after week, year after year. The TV stars who felt like part of home. Tom Selleck, Michael J. Fox, Angela Lansbury, John Stamos, Lynda Carter. Just hearing those names is enough to bring a lot back. And now, decades later, time may have changed them, but not the memories they left behind. Here are 45 TV stars we grew up watching, then and now. Tom Selleck. Age: 81. Born January 29, 1945. Tom Selleck was one of those TV stars people recognized instantly. The mustache, the confidence, and of course, Magnum P.I. At 81, he still carries the calm, steady presence that made him unforgettable on television. Time may have changed the look, but not the feeling people still get when they see him. Michael J. Fox. Age: 64. Born June 9, 1961. Michael J. Fox brought quick charm, warmth, and energy to television in a way few stars ever could. At 64, he remains deeply admired not only for the roles people love, but for the grace and courage he has shown over the years. For many viewers, he still feels like one of the most familiar faces of the 1980s. Angela Lansbury. Age: died in 2022 at 96. Angela Lansbury made mystery feel warm, intelligent, and strangely comforting through murder. She wrote, "Even after her passing in 2022 at 96, she remains one of the most beloved faces television ever gave us." Some stars are remembered for glamour, but Angela Lansbury is remembered for presence. John Stamos. Age: 62. Born August 19, 1963. John Stamos became one of television's most recognizable heartthrobs through Full House. At 62, he still has the same polished charm that made him stand out decades ago. For a lot of viewers, he still brings back the lighter side of family TV. Lynda Carter. Age: 74. Born July 24, 1951. Lynda Carter became a TV icon when she stepped into the role of Wonder Woman. At 74, she still carries the elegance and strength that made that image last for generations. She is one of those rare television stars who still feels larger than life. Tim Allen. Age: 72. Born June 13, 1953. Tim Allen became one of America's most familiar TV dads through Home Improvement. At 72, he is still strongly associated with the kind of family television people remember with real affection. He brings back the sound and rhythm of 1990s sitcom life almost instantly. Patricia Richardson. Age: 75. Born February 23, 1951. Patricia Richardson was the grounded, smart, and instantly familiar center of Home Improvement. At 75, she is still remembered by many viewers as one of television's most believable sitcom moms. She made family comedy feel a little more real. Tony Danza. Age: 74. Born April 21, 1951. Tony Danza brought easy charisma to television through Taxi and Who's the Boss. At 74, he remains one of those TV stars people can recognize in a second. He still feels tied to a time when sitcom stars seemed to live right in your home. Judith Light. Age: 77. Born February 9, 1949. Judith Light became unforgettable to TV audiences through Who's the Boss? And earlier through daytime television. At 77, she is still admired for the intelligence and strength she brought to the screen. She is one of those performers who made television feel sharper and warmer at the same time. Suzanne Somers. Age. Died in 2023 at 76. Suzanne Somers was one of the brightest and most instantly recognizable sitcom stars of her era, especially through Three's Company. She died in 2023 at 76, but her TV image remains one of the quickest memory triggers from late 70s and early 80s television. Some faces never really leave the culture once they have lived on TV that long. For many viewers, these weren't just stars, they felt like part of family life. Farrah Fawcett. Age. Died in 2009 at 62. Farrah Fawcett became one of the most iconic faces in television history through Charlie's Angels. She died in 2009 at 62, but her image still belongs to the visual memory of an entire era. Even one season was enough to make her unforgettable. Jaclyn Smith. Age. 80. Born October 26, 1945. Jaclyn Smith brought timeless glamour and calm confidence to Charlie's Angels. At 80, she is still one of the most elegant and recognizable television stars of her generation. She remains one of those faces people remember as soon as they see her. Kate Jackson. Age. 77. Born October 29, 1948. Kate Jackson gave Charlie's Angels a cooler, more composed kind of energy. At 77, she is still remembered as one of the defining television women of the late 1970s and 1980s. She brought a different kind of strength to the screen, quieter, but just as memorable. Sally Field. Age. 79. Born November 6, 1946. Sally Field became familiar to television audiences very early, and over time, she turned that familiarity into something lasting. At 79, she remains one of the most respected and warmly regarded performers ever to move between television and film. There has always been something deeply human about the way audiences connect with her. Melissa Gilbert. Age. 61. Born May 8, 1964. Melissa Gilbert became part of family television history as Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. At 61, she still brings back one of the strongest comfort TV memories for American audiences. For many viewers, just seeing her face brings back an entire feeling of home. And of course, some television faces stayed with us because they seemed to hold an entire era inside them. James Garner. Age. Died in 2014 at 86. James Garner made television feel relaxed, clever, and human through Maverick and the Rockford Files. He died in 2014 at 86, but he remains one of the most admired and recognizable TV leading men of his generation. He had the kind of ease people never really stop remembering. David Hasselhoff. Age. 73. Born July 17, 1952. David Hasselhoff became a major TV icon through Knight Rider and later Baywatch. At 73, he is still one of the most instantly recognizable faces from the 1980s and 1990s television. Few stars are tied to televised pop culture as strongly as he is. Don Johnson. Age: 76. Born December 15, 1949. Don Johnson brought cool, style, and attitude to television through Miami Vice. At 76, he still carries the unmistakable edge that made him one of the defining TV stars of the 1980s. Some actors do not just remind people of a show, they remind them of an entire era. Pierce Brosnan. Age: 72. Born May 16, 1953. Before he became James Bond, Pierce Brosnan was already a polished TV star through Remington Steele. At 72, he still brings the same elegance and poise that first made him stand out on television. He is one of those stars whose screen presence always felt effortless. Richard Dean Anderson. Age: 76. Born January 23, 1950. Richard Dean Anderson became unforgettable to TV audiences as the smart, resourceful hero of MacGyver. At 76, he is still closely tied to one of television's most beloved action identities. For many viewers, he represents the kind of TV hero who solves problems without ever feeling cold. But television wasn't only about style or cool. It was also about the faces people welcomed into their homes for years. Larry Hagman. Age: died in 2012 at 81. Larry Hagman became a television legend through Dallas and his unforgettable role as J.R. Ewing. He died in 2012 at 81. But his face and voice still belong to one of television's biggest primetime memories. He was the kind of TV villain people loved to keep watching. Lynda Gray. Age: 85. Born September 12, 1940. Lynda Gray became one of primetime television's most familiar faces through Dallas. At 85, she remains strongly linked to the era of big television drama and unforgettable evening TV. She still carries the kind of recognition that only long-running television can create. Patrick Duffy. Age: 77. Born March 17, 1949. Patrick Duffy became a familiar and reassuring face to millions through Dallas. At 77, he still feels closely tied to one of television's most enduring primetime families. Some stars stay in memory because they always felt like they belonged there. Looking at these stars now, I think what stays with people is not only how they looked back then, or how they look today. It is the feeling they gave us. For a lot of us, people like Tom Selleck, Angela Lansbury, Michael J. Fox, Melissa Gilbert, and James Garner were part of everyday life for years. You saw them so often that they stopped feeling like strangers on a screen. They started to feel familiar, almost comforting. And after a while, that becomes something more than entertainment. It becomes memory. It becomes the feeling of home, of family, of a certain time in life that can never come back in exactly the same way. That is why these faces still mean so much. They remind us that time moves on for everyone. No one stays young. No life stays unchanged. But they also remind us that there are some things time does not take so easily. Warmth, grace, kindness, the way someone made us feel. And maybe that is the real lesson here. In the end, people are not remembered only for how they looked. They are remembered for the feeling they left behind. And maybe that is true in our own lives too. Maybe what matters most is not whether time changes us. Maybe what matters most is whether, after all these years, someone can still think of us with love, warmth, and a smile. Some stars stay in memory because they always felt like they belonged there. These were some of the TV stars we grew up watching. Faces that time may have changed, but memory never really let go of. And if a few of these names brought something back for you, there are still more familiar faces we can revisit in part 2. Which one of these TV stars brought back the strongest memory for you? Let me know in the comments, and if enough of you want it, I'll do part 2.